Today, I want to take you to a great adventure. Some of you might be looking at my title and wonder how a concept, as close as your fingertips, is related to adventure. Let me answer that question by telling you a short story about my 3 biggest adventures. The first one started when I was 17. I was coming from a little village in Lebanon, and I traveled to discover new food, new culture, new people. For that adventure, I had to go to Belgium, which means I traveled 4,000 kilometers. My next adventure started a year later, where I traveled to discover many topics as psychoanalysis or neuropsychology and statistics. For that adventure, I had to travel 100 kilometers, as I was going to the Université Catholique de Louvain. A few years later, I got to experience my 3rd and biggest adventure, where I traveled to discover concepts of law taught by Harvard University, or philosophy from Edinburgh, and how to do big data analysis from Hong Kong Polytechnic University, or even jazz improvisation techniques from Berklee College of Music. Do you know how many kilometers I had to travel for that adventures to happen? Yes, 0 kilometers. Because that happened right in my living room. It sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it kind of is. Only today, we call it MOOCs, massive open online courses. What are MOOCs? MOOCs are courses provided by universities all over the world. They are presented as videos recorded by professors at their universities. These videos are followed by quizzes and assignments that you can fill in to obtain grades. If you have enough grades, you can even purchase a certificate. MOOCs have had so much success that hundreds of universities around the world have followed the experience, reaching today to around 700 universities and to an offer of more than 6,850 courses. Due to that popularity, MOOCs have been qualified as the revolution of online learning. Therefore, many researchers in educational sciences, as myself, started to take a look at these MOOCs to try to understand how they work. I was more specifically intrigued by one finding, which is that many learners still experience difficulty studying these courses. So I wondered, are MOOCs really that great? And if they are, how come are we experiencing so many difficulties? In order to answer these questions, I based myself on theories of motivation. Why? Because motivation is acknowledged to be one of the biggest predictors of our performances in learning. There are many theories of motivation, but one of the most popular ones is the one of DC and Ryan, which is called self-determination theory. According to this theory, we all have 3 basic and universal needs. And it is only when these needs are satisfied that we can actually have a better performance. If we take a look at MOOCs, we understand why they are so popular. Because actually, they help us with their characteristic and their tools to fill in these needs. Let's take a look together at the needs and how MOOCs help us to fulfill them. The first one is the need of autonomy. So the need of autonomy means that we need our behavior to come from our preferences and our desires in order to have a better performance. And MOOCs are great in that way because they offer us the choice for the place where you want to learn, or when you want to learn, and more specifically, what you want to learn, as you can choose whatever course you want, but even better, you don't even have to follow the whole course. You can choose a chapter of the course that you need and just study that. You can even get a certificate, which is called badge, that certifies your success on that particular chapter. But how come students are still experiencing difficulties is because they don't really know how to use these tools. So in terms of autonomy, what happens is that many students get lost with all these possibilities, and they forget to make a choice. So, therefore, you have to choose your preferences. It's like, imagine yourself, there's an ice cream truck at the corner of your street. And you go there and find out that they have 20 or 50 new flavors of ice cream. Are you going to try them all at once? No, because, well, first of all, you know your stomach won't take it. Second, the ice cream truck is down the street, so you can go anytime you want to taste another one. Well, for MOOCs, it's the same thing. Only there are not only 20 or 50 flavors, there are thousands of flavors of knowledge. So the more curious you are, the more you will be tempted to enroll to all of these courses. But don't forget, these courses take some time to study. Are you sure you will have the time for studying all that? So when you enroll in MOOCs, first thing, take your agenda. Look at how much time you have. Maybe start with one MOOC, the one you prefer the most. And if you see that you have more time, you can enroll to another one. The ice cream truck was down the street, your MOOC is down the hall. Also, in terms of autonomy, you know you can study wherever you want. So still, pick a place where you feel the most concentrated and also comfortable. But maybe don't be too comfortable. The second need is the one of competence, which means that when we want to pursue something, we need to feel competent at the task. And MOOCs help us there as well, as they offer us courses that are at different levels of difficulties. So, how to use that well? Check the prerequisites of the course before you enroll. And also, the courses are provided in many languages, so try to choose a course that is in the language in which you are the most comfortable. MOOCs provide you also many times with subtitles that can help you follow the course, if it's not your mother tongue. But studies have showed that the more the course is technical, the more it's complicated to follow the course. Imagine, for instance, you're an English-speaking student, and you want to follow a class on quantum physics. But you're a big fan of Edith Piaf, and you think, okay, cool, I'm going to follow a quantum physics class in French. And then you end up having to watch this in French with subtitles. Not that easy, right? So, watch out for your own competences before you enroll to the course. Also, try to fill in the assignments and the quizzes that are provided, even if you don't want the certificate. It just helps you to keep track with your knowledge, and it gives you a feeling of engagement to the course. Last but not least, the feeling of relatedness, which means that to feel motivated to engage in an activity, we need to feel related to others, to belong in a group. And not only this factor is one of the most important in motivation, it is also what makes MOOCs more special, because it's one of the first, if not only, online courses that provide you with so many tools to connect with others as other learners, but also with the teaching staff. So you have like forums and Google Hangouts and more other tools that will help you to be in contact with them. So try to stay connected. But you can also create your own community of learners. So why not propose to your colleagues to follow a course on data mining provided by MIT during lunchtime? Or challenge your parents-in-law to follow a course on political science from Université Catholique de Louvain. And you can also take your partner to a big adventure, and you can learn how to build a photovoltaic system for your own house if you follow the course on solar energy provided by University of Delft. So I hope that with these tips, you will want to join me and 58 million other learners that are already out there to join the MOOC experience. Just keep in mind, choose your preferences, take into consideration the competences you have, and keep in touch, stay connected. Allow me to finish with a quote of Benjamin Franklin, who once said, "We are all born ignorant, but one must work hard to remain stupid." I don't know if that was true back in the 18th century when he said it, but I sure know that with MOOCs today, there's no excuses left, because knowledge is at your fingertips.